Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Yes, another Annorax video. I plan to have this one be the final one. Just felt like being the last day that a lot of you will have to unlock or maybe tier up Annorax. Felt like doing a video. And somebody did leave a comment, oh, try it against Mirror Universe. I know it's on the list. I just, because there's so much you can get into the cargo bay with all the research. Now, yes, you do have to make it home. It is kind of pirate theme out here. So having it go to the boxes could be useful for some players, depending on the player. Let's establish our baseline. Show you. Now, I did take out an ISS Enterprise on my way back in here, so it's a little skewed. The boxes that I'll open up, but I did get 25. I use this crew, Janeway, Enterprise Data, Kuran. I'm not sacrificing my speed. I want to get this done. And I do have Kuran still on here. Annorax, Kuran, and Data. So let's open up these boxes. It is 26, but it is 25 from the higher levels of these Mirrorverse hostiles. Oh, you don't get any Trillium A at all. Good to know. That is it. 158,000 Trillium T. Okay. 159.3K. With the parts, it's not terrible with the parts. I mean, the common I don't really care about. It's uncommon or higher. Who cares about? And yeah, there were some more. Who cares about the common? The common is so much easier to come by. Who cares? 40 uncommon intercepted parts isn't exactly moving the needle. Okay, we have established the baseline. Let's go kill some things. Hopefully, I can get some of the kills. Just because Janeway, in my opinion, is a very good hostile grinding captain. She, for me anyway, is a very good balance of offense and defense. Defense, again, from her captain ability, moving damage from the shields. Moving damage from the hull to the shields. And yes, you got to get hit first before that to activate. But these hostiles shoot, what, 4 times in the first round? So you're gonna get some activations. And then her officer ability increase isolated cascade. Now, one thing I didn't roll in here with last time is Naismith. I did decide to go with Janeway, Enterprise Data, and then Kuran. So I didn't have my Apex Barrier. Now I do have Apex Barrier. I'm essentially replacing Janeway's defensive ability of the damage moving with Annorax's Apex Barrier, keeping Enterprise Data and keeping Kuran. So it's going, it's going fine. I should be able to get 25 tests. Maybe. I might end up hopping the field repairs just to be sure. I really would like to get 25 just so it's a better test. Right? You can't get 25 with the one and then get like 20 with the other and be like, oh, this is a fine test. Yes and no, I guess. Let's hit a few explorers. I know that's my triangle weakness, but I feel like explorers don't have that much hull, So while it is my triangle weakness, because there's not that much hole for me to chew through, I feel like I don't really have that much advantage over me as an interceptor here. Something I have come to notice in the half a year grinding in Mirror Universe. Or I guess it's been a little more than half a year. Yeah, I'm not even down to half hole. It should be alright. It's good to know that I'm not sacrificing too much combat ability here. Because I mean the apex barrier, and I'll go through the battle log, I'll show that. Because I might as well. I did promise I would show you the apex barrier, and I feel like the video is not going to go on too long, because I'll get what? I need one more chest. And then I can show you that. So I should have plenty of time to go through the apex barrier and see what exactly we are getting from that. The base Annorax is 2,000, and you know it's supposed to stack on top of each other. So nice to kind of look at that. Full disclaimer, I did try to do this video once already. I was going to go into Zindi space and get some tech modules. I'm like, oh, well, because the NX-01 and its cargo is so small, I killed like 7 hostiles and I'm full. Well, if I'm getting boxes, that means I'm getting more tech modules. But Annorax doesn't increase the tech modules. It increases Zindi scraps and then the bounties. Oh, because I go after Zindi scraps still. No. All right, let's open up. See what we got. 339. Okay. That is a much higher. Why is it so much higher? Is there a... Why is it twice as much? Did I write down the wrong number from last time? Okay. The only problem with the parts is it is kind of hit or miss, but I did get more parts total. 118. But as you can see, I got interceptor parts and battleship parts. So I got that RNGesus to be in my favor twice. It's like 2 different parts. Yeah, that number's odd. I didn't think it would go up that much. I mean, 10% of 150,000 is 15, so it would have been 40. I was expecting closer to 200,000, not 300,000. It's weird that it went up by that much. The only thing I can think of is that, yeah, by 30%, like that's not a 30% increase. That's like a 200% increase. Why would it be a 200% increase? Is this number displayed wrong? I guess that's possible. It could be displayed wrong. Because how do you go from 159,000 to 300 something thousand? It's only supposed to be a 30% increase. That's odd. That is very odd. I was hitting the same hostiles, right? Yeah, I was hitting this. That's weird. I don't know what the hell the difference was there. That was really weird. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You can see that there is a bonus there. Now, because look at what's in the cargo bay here. You can't see that because of the screen. And I'm not going to move the thing, but it's 550,000. And that's exactly what I have in the cargo bay here. Now that is, excuse me, that is uncommon, I mean not uncommon, Trillium A and Trillium D. So it's not all Trillium D. But that does accomplish all the goals there in getting your A and your D instead of just a D, but it's fine. So there you have it. He does work. That probably, as far as Annorax's list go, Trillium is probably the best thing on that list. But I just don't know that I personally care that much. I am glad to see. I do want to see. You can see the hull here. What do I have? 215 million left of a total of 2.1 billion. Not bad. Over here, what did I have left? 953. I had about the same amount of hull left. So that's good. I'm happy with that I didn't sacrifice combat ability. And it's because of his apex barrier. Let's take a look at this first round here. I'm not going to go into the second round. It's no point. You see I get hit here. I am, 120-ish million shot blocking 6.3, 6.2 apex barrier. Here with a 50 million shot, only blocking 2.5. Again, I don't have any extra apex barrier in this run. 25 million shot, 1.3. Let's go to one here with Annorax. Actually, probably should try to find the same ship type, shouldn't I? That was a battleship. Who was this guy? I don't remember which ones are which. It's not the same battleship, though. That's an explorer, even though it's a battleship. Galore class. Warbird, here you go. Should be it. This is a battleship. It's the same type of battleship, too. 120 million shot, 126 million shot, 6.5 apex barrier block, just like before. Going here to these 50 million shots, 6.6 apex barrier, which is more than it was. Here with these 25 million shots, 4.6. Well, let's go back here. Let's go back. It was 6.6 there, 4.6 there. Scroll back down, take a look at this. 2.5 there with the 50 million shot, 1.3. So it's, yeah. I try to remember these numbers. Let's actually write it down. Let's see, 2.6 and 1.3. That was without Annorax. Seemed to almost double, right? 6.6. That's actually a little more than double, I think. Because that says 6.6, 6.5, 6.6, where it was 2.6 before. So that's a fairly big increase. That's another 4 million blocking with apex barrier. That's very nice. 4.6 million apex barrier, or 6 million damage blocked with apex barrier. Of 25 million shot, it was 1.3 before. That's a significant increase, and to a certain extent, that is why not as what was I saying before? I wasn't losing any of my combat effectiveness. I went from Janeway to Annorax, and roughly the same amount of hull left. If anything, I think maybe a little more. And yes, I was sacrificing some of the damage Janeway brings, but to a certain extent almost increasing the amount of defense. Yeah, you see here I ended up with 915. With Annorax, I ended on 950. So I actually got a little bit more defense out of Annorax. And I guess I already have the offense. So more offense on top of more offense on top of more offense, you're only moving the needle a little bit. But if you have a relatively low apex barrier, and then you keep adding apex barrier and adding apex barrier on top of apex barrier, you're increasing the defense to match where your offense was. So, I mean, that is nice. Wrapping this video up here, demonstrating, testing, demonstrating, what have you, Annorax and what he can do for you in the mirror universe. For one reason or another, the numbers I got was 160,000 Trillium D without Annorax, and then almost 340 with him. That doesn't make sense to me because that is not a 30% increase. That is very weird. But whatever. I'm guessing there is minimum and maximums when you take out these hostiles, and I must have hit all the maximums with Annorax. I don't know. But it was an increase. Why it was so much, I don't know. I did end up getting more uncommon parts. I mean, it's fine. It's something. But I think one of the more important things to note was something that was a concern for me initially. Are you sacrificing your combat prowess because you're putting in a loot guy? Like, say, Enterprise Picard, 511, even Dojas Torah. You want some of these loot people to, increase the amount of loot. Duh, right? But you don't really want to reduce your combat effectiveness because then you can take out less hostiles. But as you can see from the battle logs, the apex barrier blocks a lot of damage for Annorax. Now, increasing his tiers, is that going to do a whole lot for you? I don't know. He starts at 2,000. He only maxes out at 3,200. You get an increase of what? 300 every tier? I mean, is that worth it for you? Excuse me. Depends on what you're giving up, right? I mean, if it's just materials and you got a bunch of materials, then it's, you're not sacrificing that much just to get a little bit of an increase. So I think Annorax is fairly good. I do wish he was more useful in other areas. I just don't see too many areas on his list where it means that much. Looking at his list again, parts, materials, messages, credits, I just don't see that much value there. Herogen relics, I feel like you can get so many very easily, especially with a Voyager. You got Trip you can throw below. You're getting kind of a lot there. I never had problems. I had more problems getting this stuff in the Mirror Universe than I ever did getting anything for Voyager. But that maybe is just me. Mycelium, yeah, sure. You can do that. Biotoxins, the same thing with Voyager. The Xindi scraps in the bounty. Look, I don't even hunt that dumb shit anymore. I use my NX-01 and I go kill the aquatics. And to me, I don't feel like I need to go after Xindi scraps. You get some from the NX-01. And the boxes, when you're fighting the aquatics, they don't have Xindi scraps in them, so it's just fighting the reptiles. I don't think that part of the loop is worth doing anymore, especially if you have an NX01. Fatu Cray scraps we'll see when that comes around. So it's Trellium. That's it. Process of elimination, because everything else it's just not worth doing. But, benefit is benefit. And long-winded way of wrapping this video up, but trying to wrap up the Annorax series in general. I don't think he's as good as I initially thought, but after a few videos, I was very down on him. This video brought me back up a little bit, because I finally got around to demonstrating and talking about the officer ability. I really do like his officer ability. It does kind of combine the loot boosting and the hostile killing. And yes, it's a defense, but it helps you kill the hostiles. So far, it's only one run. I'm okay with it. I'm still kind of disappointed with all the other areas that he just doesn't do anything, or it's just not impactful for players. Hopefully, those of you that have unlocked Annorax can get a lot of use out of him in the Mirror Universe. You would no longer really that worried about losing either to another player or to another hostile, because Annorax is boosting your boxes. Comment below. Have you unlocked Annorax? Has this video maybe changed your mind compared to, let's say, some of the other videos? Because I finally got around to talking about how useful he can be for you in combat. Did you feel that the Apex barrier Annorax brings was fairly impressive? I do think he might actually be better than Naismith. Yeah, okay, you got to get hit first, but a lot of these newer hostiles are shooting you 3, 4, 5 times in a round. Okay, yeah, the first shot you don't get anything, but you know what? On all those following shots, you're going to get more and more. Seems like a lot to me, and I kind of like that. Have you found use for his captain ability? I'm kind of done with a lot of these Mirror Universe researches. That's why I was kind of like, I don't really care about this Trellium bullshit. I think there's 2 researches I'm trying to do, and it's the epic ones. I got maybe 5 levels total left on those researches. So I don't really care. How far along are you on that tree? Do you think you unlocking Annorax is going to help you? I kind of think it will. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.